listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Kourtney and Kim Take Miami After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Kourtney and Kim Take Miami After Show.
Woo! Put the compact down, Susan Hahn. Well, hello, everyone. If you're tuning in right now, this is the after show for Kourtney and Kim Take Miami. Miami, otherwise known as the Kardashians, you know, holding it down in another city. So last week there was a special, well, not special, but there was an additional episode last week, so we'll cover that one as well as this week's episode. Lots of juice. So let's go around the table. To my left.
Hey guys, I'm Susan Hahn.
I'm Jason Ikeler.
And I'm Diona Vaughan. And you can find all of us where? Where can they tweet you?
On Twitter at It's Susan Hahn.
At J Ikeler. And
for me, you can tweet me at GoToGirlTV. And we are always social media, tweeting live. You guys can also call into the studio. Numbers 424-256-1633. And I want to remind everyone to download the show on iTunes. It's 100% free. And we really, really value your comments, your feedback. We read it all. We respond. Without you, we wouldn't be here. So without further ado, let's dig into some Kardashian goodness.
Oh, really quickly, Keaton's not with us today.
Oh, yes.
She's at the SAG Awards.
Yes, bitch.
Yes.
Must be nice.
Must be nice being at the SAG Awards. There's an empty chair next to me. But anyway, she'll join us next week. So, all right. Let's first start off with last week's episode because it was, I think it's interesting how we're seeing, now that we know that Kim is pregnant with Kanye's baby, now we're seeing the whole backstory, so to say.
Well, do you guys feel like maybe this episode was set up because it was like she had no choice? It's kind of like, not that she had no choice, but she gets more of that sympathy vote because, yeah, she's pregnant, but she's still married. But this whole episode came out like, well, there was a huge possibility that I wasn't even able to get pregnant because my eggs are like a 50-year-old woman's.
Yeah.
So is that kind of like...
I don't know, though, because I don't really feel that bad for her just because she was being such a bitch to Kourtney.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, serves you right. You don't deserve to have a baby.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
Not even like you don't get to enjoy your sushi, but you don't get to have a fucking baby.
Well, I mean, to your point, maybe it was set up because there is a bit of sympathy to it. If you know that, oh God, you know, her eggs are old and she might not, be able to have children. But on the other side, after spending time with Kourtney and the 2 kids, she was even like, I don't know if I want to have kids.
Yeah.
But was she just saying that because she was all bitter and shit?
Yeah, because I feel like every single person says that. Or like, oh, I don't want kids.
Yeah.
Like,
but
no, I'm just single.
Secretly...
Yeah.
I don't want to be married. Fuck, I can't have I need
secretly,
a boyfriend.
I'm poking holes in the content. Yeah, I know.
Okay. I kind of felt like it was so insensitive about Kim, venting to Khloe, Khloe is married.
Right.
She's in a very loving, marriage. She's been married for a while and she's having problems getting, conceiving, getting pregnant. And here's Kim like, oh, there's a possibility that I might not be able to have kids. Well, I mean, are you fucking trying? Because your sister is, and she clearly is having problems.
Totally.
And you're sitting here kind of venting about what may or may
well,
not.
and Khloe's been trying even before Kourtney had the second one. So it is kind of sad that Kim's doing this.
And it's funny you guys mentioned that because a little later when we get to gossip and all that stuff, the girls, Kourtney and Kim, were on the Today Show last week. Okay. And it actually came up, the whole pregnancy thing, and Kim said something about Khloe and her fertility issues, but we'll talk about that later. Okay. So moving on, so Scott has a doppelganger.
Chaplin.
Chapman.
Oh, just
Chapman.
Charlie Chapman. Hello.
I loved that though. I thought that was hilarious.
I love it too.
Because you don't really ever see Scott have any good guy friends. He had one like in the old seasons of the Kardashians, and he was just kind of shady.
Our friends in general.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's just a penis amongst all this, estrogen.
I don't think he's even a penis among the estrogen. I think he's just there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I feel sorry for him because he's constantly getting beat up on. He's constantly trying to prove to everybody that he's a better father, a better guy. He hasn't gone back to his old habits, but nobody trusts the damn guy.
Yeah, well, and like Rob and Lamar kind of have their own bromance going on, and he's kind of left out of that too.
He totally is. So I love the idea that he meets this guy and they're like spitting image of each other. You know, this guy's like well dressed, well groomed, down to the hair, But what do you think about Scott's passion for race car driving?
I think that's great. That's his passion.
Yeah, and I do think he needs like a good hobby just because I feel like his life is so wrapped around Kourtney's career that it's nice for him to kind of do something good.
I mean, and we didn't touch on this last week, but I mean, he has a Phantom. He makes good money on his own,
Doing what? Well, yeah, he owns his
restaurant. He's got a couple nightclubs,
yeah. He has I think he has his hands in a few places, but I think it's good. I think that's a great thing. Yes, it's dangerous, but like he said, he's he was like, if this is my time to go, it's my time to go. There's nothing. It's getting hot in here.
The air is blowing.
I know.
I feel some Mariah Carey.
I know. So we have a wind machine in the studio, you guys. It's because it's hot in here. But I'm going to play devil's advocate. Since he is a father of two and he's trying to be responsible, is, doing race car driving on the side, is that the most responsible hobby that he could have as a father?
Is it the most responsible? No.
But I feel like for a recovering alcoholic, it's something fun he can do without alcohol. Like,
holy shit.
Let him go for it.
Yeah, and you know what? And Chapman would say, yes, you will break some bones, but you can't really die, It's like, unless
you can die.
You can break like, but it's not like, one of those sports where it's like, it's not an extreme sport. Like, every time you get behind the wheel, it's like, oh my God, say you're Hail Marys, you're going to fucking die.
I disagree with you. I think every time you get behind the wheel, you're taking a chance. Like, but you're going at 200 miles per hour.
Right, but you're on a course. You're on
designed to go that fast.
Right. You're on like a monitor course.
You can still crash.
That's if you want to crash your damn self and you're like, goodbye life.
I don't think any race car driver chooses to crash.
But I hope not either.
The really
just
sad
happens.
race car drivers.
But like he said this is like an adrenaline that I've never felt before, and he, this is his passion. I'm sorry, sometimes you can't pick and choose what you're passionate about, and he's really passionate about this.
True. At the same time, as much as I hate to hear Kourtney like nag him about every little thing, there was a little bit of validity to, her feeling, that's the father of her kids,
Yeah, but I kind of feel like her nagging has gotten to the point where whatever he chooses to do, whether, like, if he wanted to say, I wanted to go out and garden, she would have been like, why are you gardening? Like, doesn't it seem like...
You are going to hurt yourself on those thorns.
Like, he just can't do anything right, I feel like, as of late.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Well...
I think Kourtney's being a little too controlling.
Yeah, I don't
she's also hormonal right now, though, or when they were shooting this.
Well, and I don't think he should have gone off and lied about racing. Like, I think that was wrong.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he has really no other choice but to lie just because she's going to get crazy.
That only makes it worse because, like, he's already in a position where he's trying to rebuild trust with her. So to go and lie about something like this, is that the best move?
No, but that's what men do. Isn't that...
Yeah.
We have a penis at the table.
I don't know. Is that what men do when they're just like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to...
I think it does avoid... I think in his mind, he's probably thinking, like, I'm going to avoid the fight. Nothing bad's going to happen if she doesn't... What she doesn't know won't hurt her, maybe.
Yeah.
And I think it is kind of like he's shit out of luck either way because if he tells her he's going to go, then she's going to be pissed. And that's going to cause a fight. Or if he lies, at least there's a chance that maybe she won't find out about it.
He's damned if he does. He's damned if he doesn't.
I really enjoyed I really enjoyed Chloe and Scott's dynamic.
Yeah,
Chloe's so supportive. They have such a good chemistry. They have so much fun.
She is the sister. Like, she is like Sweden or whatever. She's just like neutral.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? She has this close... Switzerland. I'm sorry.
She's
I'm sure
Swedish.
Sweden's neutral or something.
Switzerland. Sorry. But you know, like she has this
She's
great.
Denmark.
She is so Brazil.
But you know what I mean? Like she has this great relationship with, you know, everybody. Like everybody centers around
Well,
her.
and I think it's interesting that Chloe can forgive Scott and move on and trust him because they used to have so
Oh,
much
yeah,
shit
she-
back in
he
the
did,
day,
he
and
did.
Kourtney can't. So
He was douche lord, right?
yeah, now he's just Lord
Yeah,
Disick.
he's
No,
just
it's
the
Lord
Lord.
Disick.
Chloe's so effing cute with Mason too.
Oh, when
my
they were
God.
dancing in the rain.
Yes.
Boobies.
You're just adorable.
So I'm gonna bounce around here since we got 2 episodes.
Okay.
But since we're on the Scott kick, now we see that Lord Disick is back. So he has his, you know, new friend Chapman, and like in this episode, we see how he goes and parties. Now, what do you think about him going and partying with all these people and not having Kourtney in tow?
Wasn't she invited though?
Yeah,
She was,
and
but
it's
she
not
didn't
like
go.
his intentions were like, I'm gonna go and go party. It's
Mhm.
just he's a 29-year-old man. He has 2 children under the age of 5. He's in Miami. He loves Kourtney. You can clearly tell.
Right.
He blew off a little steam with women that happen to be lesbians. It's not like
True.
there was, you know, a possibility.
Well,
of,
and I feel like Kim's there to watch if anything bad's
Well,
gonna happen.
she was out of there in a
Yeah.
hot second anyway. But no, I was happy to see him at least go out, do something, you know, not be cooped up in the house. But can we talk about the Real World reunion? Like, what was up with all
It
these
was like every
faces from the Real World?
MTV reality show lesbian in a
was
room.
up in that house.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand that dynamic.
'Cause-
Like, how did that happen? Who did they know? Was this planned?
I feel like it almost had to be planned because that was just too weird. That
Yeah,
like
right?
Danny was from Tila Tequila.
And then Rachel was from like Real World and all the challenges.
Yeah.
And then
wasn't there somebody else?
I feel like I saw a blonde chick, the one from Las Vegas, but I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know, but I'm kind of crushing on Danny. And I mean, does that mean I'm gay?
Okay, let's
let's
break
talk
this
about
down.
this.
Let's talk about this. First of all, Danny is a girl, okay? Danny looks like a boy.
Right.
She looks
She
like
looks
Scott.
very masculine.
Right, and there's the lipstick lesbians, and then there's
Right.
more of like the butchy lesbians.
Right. But do you think that she's attractive? Like, are you attracted to the fact that she looks like a guy?
Because she's almost like a
Or-
metrosexual man.
Yeah, because if I saw her walking down the
I
street,
don't
would think
know.
it was
That's
a
why I'm
dude.
asking you guys. Does this mean I'm gay?
No.
What kind of what do you
At
want to
least for
do
your
to
husband's
Danny?
sake, I don't.
I know. It's more what do I want Danny to do to me?
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Well, I don't.
She's a taker. She's a receiver.
Then I don't think you're gay because it's. I mean, whether it's a guy or Danny, you're still getting the same thing.
I just think that she's attractive.
What does that mean? A tongue is a tongue? Is that what
Yeah, I
it means?
think. Basically.
Tongue where? What
A
is
hole
it?
is a hole? Like, come on now.
I'm just saying. I think I can see like she's attractive. I can
Yeah, I mean, she's hot.
She is attractive,
Yeah,
but
she's hot.
she looks like a guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But-
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. I
know.
guess just try it out and see how it feels.
Oh, listen to you.
Like what?
You
Like
are
scissor
bad
kick? Like scissor kick and try that
Okay,
out.
we're wrapping this up.
Okay.
Moving on.
Can we talk about Kourtney's BO?
Oh my god.
Funky, let's get funky. Alligator, crocodile, let's get funky. Okay, sorry. Yes, let's talk about the funk factor.
Well, if that was my sister and she smelled, I would just tell her. I don't know why they like tiptoe around it.
Well, I could see where it'd be a sensitive thing because on the one hand, well, okay, it could be that she doesn't know that she stinks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even Kourtney said it. She goes, "This is a pheromone. This isn't funk." So
She's like, this is
But
sexual.
she's like,
It's
she's like
sexual.
not using deodorant.
I know,
Right.
but I could see where you don't want to hurt a person's feelings.
Okay, I don't
get
wear
that.
deodorant.
You don't?
You
No.
don't?
Am I like smelly?
What?
I'm gonna smell you.
I mean, like,
Back up to
No.
the bus. You don't wear deodorant?
no, I'm Asian. I don't wear deodorant.
Asian
that a
people
thing?
don't wear
I don't
deodorant.
know. Like, I know
wear deodorant.
It's
What are you talking
cultural.
about?
a lot of my Asian friends, we don't wear deodorant.
Why?
Really?
I don't know. It's like not in our culture. Like we.
Oh my
didn't-
god.
Really?
Do you wear perfume?
Not really. I just smell this good.
Wow.
Yeah, I really.
I'm
do.
wearing
Seriously.
Chloe and Lamar.
You are?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Unbreakable.
Back this up. You never wear deodorant.
I mean, I've tried it.
And what? Why
But I
don't
don't-
you?
I don't know, cause I don't smell, and B, it's like I don't have like these bodily fluids that are gushing out of me.
Do you sweat? Do you sweat?
Yeah, I mean, I can sweat. Like I don't.
That's so
really-
weird.
I'm so glad that she's on your side.
I know.
Ew, bitch.
You don't-
How long have we been friends? You never complain about stinky
Wow.
Susan, all right?
Yeah, you don't smell though.
This is
Yeah.
so interesting.
I just don't. I don't know. We don't like. That's not in. Like you wouldn't find it at an
Fascinating.
Asian store.
What store?
Yeah.
Do they have, like,
yeah.
Asian stores?
Yeah, we have our own fucking stores.
Okay,
alright?
I would love it if some Asian people could tweet.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm not
'cause I need to
saying
hear
all
more about
Asians do,
this.
but I'm
Okay.
just saying majority of Asians. I don't think it's. We don't need deodorant.
I'm like, my mind is blown.
Yeah.
By this.
Why
Do
don't
you wear deodorant?
Yeah.
You do. You do.
All
Of
day, every
course,
day.
Yeah, Mitchum.
Isn't that for men and
No,
shit?
they make Mitchum for ladies.
I think I just use Speed
Mitchum is
Stick.
like
Wow.
hardcore.
That's
They-
crazy.
Yes.
You don't
Oh,
smell
that's how
though.
much you.
Sometimes. Moving on.
Moving on.
But I liked how at the very end how
I don't smell it.
I liked how Kourtney and Chloe had a moment where she was just like, well, would you want me to tell you if you had, food in your teeth or lipstick on your, on your face? And she was like, yeah, of course. So same difference. So I liked how she used that analogy. Just, going forward, you don't have to hide stuff like that from me. I thought that was a nice moment.
Yeah.
But
Between
if you,
sisters.
but I'm just saying, like, if I normally use deodorant and I had kids and I was like breastfeeding,
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, I would know something's up and shit because it's like all of a sudden I don't need deodorant because I had kids.
Well, I mean,
She didn't want the chemicals or something, right?
something
That was the
about
issue.
breastfeeding, and that's a very interesting thing. I do wonder if somebody wants to call or weigh in. Does using deodorant, does that affect a woman's breast milk?
I don't
'Cause
know.
that's the reason
But
why.
don't
she
they
doesn't
make
use it.
like organic deodorant
Maybe that's what
or
I'm
something?
saying.
There's got to be some
Tom's,
sort of
Sure.
But the thing is, and I would love to know too. Is there some sort of chemical, even if it's organic, all natural,
Marissa, you want to
to
check that
put-
out for us?
to put under your arms or your vagina or
will
wherever you're putting it? But the thing is, like, what she's eating is not all that kosher either. Like like those chicken strips that she was eating and those goldfish crackers. That has a lot of it's processed.
Yeah.
that's
Ingredients. So it's
True.
like, why would you eat that, but you wouldn't
Yeah.
like hook yourself up with a little baby powder under there or something,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, especially considering they're in Miami, it's extremely humid
Yeah.
there. It's hot. You walk outside and you break a sweat.
Yeah.
Regardless. So, but
Okay.
hopefully she'll stop breastfeeding and she can get her shit smelling good. Moving on. So let's talk about the fight at the restaurant. I was actually really surprised how Kim was putting so much of her lifestyle onto Kourtney.
You were surprised because how long has Kim been on television and
It's just
never made it about
But
herself?
I kind of do get where she's coming from because I feel like if you have kids, you also need to have a separate life where you can go out and have fun. And I kind of feel like this is why she's attacking Scott
Yeah.
because she's not doing anything except for being with her kids. So she's just thinking about like what's Scott doing this whole time. Whereas if she was going out and having fun every now and then, maybe she would be a little happier.
But it's not like she's got a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
She's got a 2-year-old and a newborn. So it's like you can't, fault her either for wanting to like be with her kids. She doesn't have a nanny. She doesn't have a maid. She doesn't have somebody like keep watching her kids. She's
Which,
doing
if you
it.
have
She's
Kardashian
hands-on.
money, I would buy 2 nannies.
You
Like,
would buy
Yeah,
two.
or whatever you do. I don't know. Hire them.
I mean,
Make
I'm
sure they were
sure.
here.
I'm
Yeah.
sure she does have like a nanny or somebody behind the scenes helping out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't really speak for that because I'm not a mother, so I don't know how I would be.
Yeah.
Maybe I might be like, oh, fuck, take them away,
Yeah.
let me go.
I mean, I do think
have
Kim went
sushi.
around it the wrong way though. She was
Right.
like rude about it and passive
She
aggressive.
was so rude and passive aggressive. Like I think she was just putting all of her own shit onto her.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be really interesting once Kim pops his kid out this summer.
Right,
How
but
it's gonna change her.
But this goes back to why Kim was being a bitter bitch because she was under the stress of she may or may not be able to reproduce. So maybe
Right.
that's what she was just throwing her sister a little hate. Like all you care about is your family because Kim is subconsciously thinking I may never be able to have a family, meaning children.
Right.
So maybe that was the thing.
I don't know. It was. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it either, but I mean, I'm just. But I'm
Dropping
just saying that's
something.
probably
Yeah.
why she was throwing hate to her sister because
Well,
she
and it does
wasn't-
have to be kind of hard where you're going to Miami with your sister for this trip to work on this store and she's not wanting to have any fun.
right. Right, but I
True.
mean, I don't really think that they're fun anyways. Chloe's a fun one. Chloe's a
that's true.
fun one, you know? They don't.
I know. Notice the title is Kourtney and Kim Take Miami. Yet, like, we're 3 episodes in, and Chloe has been there the whole time.
Yeah.
And I love it.
I love it.
She's the life of the party. What else, kids? Did we forget anything?
Oh,
Well, let's-
Kim's psoriasis.
Oh,
The breast
how
milk
could I
bandit.
forget
I feel like
that?
we've been talking about breast milk this whole time, but what do you feel about that?
I
don't know.
mean, if it works, it works. I wouldn't steal the shit. I'll be like, excuse me, but can I bother you for a cup of breast milk?
Who would have thought that? Yeah, that breast milk will cure a skin rash disease?
Well, and then when Jonathan puts the breast pump on,
That was hilarious.
so funny.
Jonathan is hilarious.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
we
you
think?
think?
Yeah.
Oh, let's weigh in on this, please.
Yes,
Because we talked about this like in
Yeah,
other
well, because that was on
seasons.
Kourtney and Kim Take New York, right? I'm pretty sure he's gay. Don't you think?
I feel like he's just asexual. Like, I can't see him with a girl, and I can't see him with a guy either. Like,
But like, what straight guy? First he walks in and he's like, "Oh, you're wearing that," and then he goes and he puts a breast pump on.
True.
Like that just doesn't seem very.
I feel like he would just die for Kim. Like he would literally take a bullet for her. He loves her that much.
oh, totally.
Yeah.
It's not the other way around now.
No, it's not the other way around.
She'd push him in front of her.
Yeah, she'll be
in a
like, you take the
heartbeat.
hit.
Take him. You don't want me.
Oh, that's
I mean, he doesn't bother me. I like him.
No, I like him.
You know
but
who's gorgeous? Larsa. Scottie
Scottie
Pippen's
Pippen's wife.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
She was actually, I don't know if you guys ever watched The Basketball Wives, you know,
Mm-mm.
that whole thing, but she was on, I feel like, one of those seasons.
Oh,
for
was she?
Mhm.
Okay.
We're just like
Yeah.
recycling old reality characters
I
now.
know.
Throwing them on the Kardashians.
Everybody knows everybody. Everybody. Yeah, but who would have thought breast milk for psoriasis? Hope it's all cleared up now, Kim. What else are we missing?
I feel. I
Oh,
don't-
Kourtney and Scott
Courtney and
in the
Scott.
email, like talking
yeah.
about.
Okay.
I do that too, though. I vent all my shit on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, because sometimes you just need to get it out. And, you know, women, we're emotional. And, I mean, it's not always, you know, nice or proper to be like, you motherfucker, to the person that you're mad at. You need to vent it out first and then maybe revisit it before you actually have that conversation.
I think that's super healthy and super mature to do that. I almost feel like Kim sent it on purpose. Like, do you really think that was a mistake, her pushing send?
I don't know, but I don't know why she would grab her phone anyways when Kourtney was like, it's personal. Like, why are you reading it and why would you send it?
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like you have to press send, and then it usually says, "Are you sure you want to send this message?"
Yeah,
or something.
I feel like that was on purpose. I don't think it was a mistake. Like, you shouldn't have even had her phone, and she's sitting there telling you, like you said, it's personal, and then you hit fucking send.
Well, especially when she knows all the problems they're having too. Like that if it was on purpose, that's mean.
I think it was on purpose.
Yeah.
And considering, like, the argument they had in the parking lot, and she wants Kourtney to go out more, so, what better way to, like, make her want to come out and have fun than to, you know, sabotage this situation so she's going to want to go out. That's kind of how I saw it.
Yes, okay, so I kind of feel like we're seeing a little jealousy, hate coming from Kim.
Totally.
Kim's throwing a lot of
Kourtney.
shade.
Totally.
Yeah.
Courtney's got the family. Courtney's got the kids. She's got Dash. You know, she's got all these things that, well, now we know, but she's got all these things that Kim really wants. You know.
Well, and like Scott is able to like pick up and move and go wherever Kourtney is, whereas Kanye is doing his own music thing. So their relationship is probably a different kind of hard anyway, just because they probably
Right.
rarely get to see each other.
And I feel like Kourtney she's not a fame media whore. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
And because of it, she's able to have this life. She's able to have the family. She's able to have
some,
everything.
like, some normalcy.
She's able to have some normalcy to her life and still have the money and go shopping and raise your kids. But
Yeah.
Kim doesn't have that.
well, she
you know.
will now.
Please.
But I feel like
I don't
that.
think
I
she'll
feel
ever
like
have
it's going to
that.
continue just because of Kanye's career. Because what's she going to do? Just sit at home and wait while he's off on tour or on the road?
No. She'll never.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll ever have that type of normalcy in her life. Nor do I think she really wants
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say, I don't
because
think
I
she
think
wants
if you
it.
really wanted it, you could create that for yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, look how many celebrities they moved to Idaho or Texas or
like-
Or even Chloe and Lamar,
ranch,
though.
you
That's why
know?
Chloe's not doing Miami, because she wants to be back with Lamar.
Well, that remains
I mean,
to be
she's still
seen
here.
because you've been on every
Yeah.
episode since this aired. So let's, take that with a grain of salt. But No, I do think there's a lot of jealousy that Kourtney does have that life, you know.
Right.
And Kim's never going to have that life.
Yeah.
Ever. Even with the baby, even, you know, as a mom, she's not going to have that life.
But I will say that whenever Kim does mess something up, she does have a lot of balls to go back. She always does apologize and fix it, which I think.
But does that make it okay? Like after kind of causing this hurt and drama, is it okay to do that and just apologize for it?
Not continuously, but I think she's one of those people that acts and then thinks about what they do and then realizes like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
But we've seen her act out and then apologize just in these 2 episodes alone like 3 times.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes it okay, to answer your question. I don't. I think at some point as an adult you have to take some stock and ownership in your actions and your words. And if you notice a pattern of you just, you know, unfiltered, you say shit, you need to pull it back. You need to learn from your mistakes, you know? So it's like, oops, I pushed you in front of a bus.
Right,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
You know?
Sorry, Jonathan.
No, it's not working. Gosh, okay. Did I forget anything else?
I think we covered it all.
There's some good, juicy gossip going on.
Let's get to gossip.
Yes.
Let's get to gossip. Okay. So all over the tabloids this past week has been Khloe's, you know, worst week ever. It's been all over In Touch Weekly and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if you guys caught it, but last week Kim and Kourtney were on the Today Show, and of course, you know, they were asking Kim about her pregnancy, and then the whole fertility thing came up. So just kind of like the conversation that we went over today, she kind of talked about it there, but she also threw Khloe's name in the mix. And they're saying, I mean, who knows how true it is, but they're saying how Khloe's really hurt that Kim's gone on national television, basically saying, oh my God, the fact that I got pregnant, it's a miracle, and blah, 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 blah. Knowing how hard things have been for her sister, and then talking about her and her fertility issues. So they're saying how Khloe just, you know, didn't like it, was very hurt by Kim because of what was said on the Today Show.
I would be hurt as well. Now, is it a miracle? Is that what the doctor said? If for you to get pregnant would be a fucking miracle?
I think she just had, I don't know how it all works down there, but she had
yeah,
a
but
low
what woman
count.
hasn't been on the pill for X amount of years?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I did screen capture. Kim tweeted about it. She said, these ridiculous stories of Khloe are complete BS. She isn't preggo. She's so happy for me. Her and Lamar are perfect.
Who isn't preggo?
Khloe isn't pregnant.
Why would she say Khloe isn't pregnant?
Because that leads me to our next piece of gossip. The next piece of gossip is, it was reported by MediaTakeout.com, and I love them. But basically, they were reporting that Khloe is pregnant and that Kim and Khloe were going to sign on for a reality show about, you know, the 2 pregnant sisters.
That's dumb.
So
cares?
That's where that rumor comes from. That's where, you know, or that's what Kim's tweet was about.
Okay.
That they're supposed to be doing this pregnant sisters reality show, and that Khloe is pregnant. But looks like that wasn't true.
I mean, it has to hit home for Khloe that both her sisters, well, you know, Kourtney has 2 kids and now Kim's pregnant.
Yeah.
It really has to be just heartbreaking for her.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's happy for her sisters, obviously, but she's been trying to get pregnant for so long.
Right, and meanwhile, she's the only one that's married out of all of them.
Well, actually, Kim's married.
Well, for what that,
technically,
that's worth. And then finally, the last bit of rumor. Now, we've heard in the past how the whole fraternity thing came up with Khloe, like who her real father is. That came up quite a bit. Well, apparently, Robert Kardashian's ex, her name is Ellen, she's back in the tabloids, and now she's spewing all kinds of information about how Kris Jenner was abusive to her daughters.
Didn't she released like a diary, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all
That's
over.
on the, I screen captured that tweet too. Because
Read it.
Kim is on rumor control. Hold up, let me get to it. She said, 10 years since Dad passed, and this woman he married for 2 weeks before he died needs to get a job instead of trying to destroy families with fake stories. P.S. That story that my mom beat me and threatened to kill me, ha 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 ha. I'd beat her. JK, truly laughable. # not true.
I'm sure her mother just said it with a smile on her face, like all of our mamas do. Girl, I'm gonna kill you. I mean, come on, whose mama hasn't said that, you know? So.
Well, and it's like, why is this lady doing this 10 years from now? I think she clearly is a fame whore.
Well, because the money from her dead husband has dried up, and she needs another source.
Wow, that's just sad.
You know, like, isn't it? But yeah, so like all this stuff has been rehashed again with the paternity, and now they're digging up stuff about Chris, and it's just, I think as long as these guys are in the public eye, they have to get used to it.
Yeah, but I think it's one thing to like rumors about who's dating who, but these are kind of like really mean things coming up.
Yeah. So
I just, you know what? At the end of the day, I just hope Chloe gets pregnant. That's
That's what I pray for every night.
That's what I pray for every night.
Oh, let's ask the universe to bring Chloe a baby.
Dear Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
Oh, all right, you guys. So that's all I got. We can go around the room and talk about predictions. It's hot in here.
It is hot in here.
Oh wait, one more thing. One comment I wanted to make. They're in Miami and it is hot as shit, and she is running around in some leather pants, a peplum top that's long sleeve. Like, does that make any sense? What?
That's a valid point.
Leather pants. Come on, Kim. Like, I'm like, aren't you in Miami? Talk about funky shit. Okay, sorry.
At least she wears deodorant.
Unlike some people in the room. So, what are we thinking for what's coming up, you guys? Predictions?
Well, we see Chris and Brucey come down to Miami for a boat race or a kayaking race or something, and everyone wants to drop out of it.
I know.
And we see, I mean, it's boring. I mean, I don't know what the fuck prediction is there. I mean,
I want to see more Danny. I like their little.
What is that? Romance?
I don't know what you would call it. I don't know.
What would you call that?
Like
I don't know.
An alliance. I don't know.
An alliance.
I predict that the situation with with Kourtney and Scott, it's only going to get even more contentious. I don't know if it's going to get that much
they don't
better.
Sleep in the same room together.
They still don't sleep in the same bed together. He's still down there. I think she's still like beating him up just about everything.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's a situation that isn't going to get much better.
That's really
opinion.
sad.
It is.
I feel like they never really work out anything. Like they have a little talk, but I feel like Kourtney never really gets over it.
I have a feeling we might see him like go to New York or something like that. I hope not, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, so I guess that's it, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to come back, check us out next Sunday for another recap for Kourtney and Kim Take Miami. Hopefully we'll have a full house then. So you guys want to go around the room? Where can we find you?
You guys can follow me on Twitter at It's Susan Hahn.
And I'm on Twitter at Ikeler.
I'm on Twitter at GoToGirlTV, and maybe somebody can send Susan some deodorant samples.
Shut up. If I didn't tell you that, you would not have even known.
Please, God.
Fucker. Seriously.
You really don't.
I hate you guys.
It's hot in here, too. How dare she?
Whatever. At least I don't use no Mitchum. Extra strength.
Is good.
That is immense.
You can even skip a day. Doesn't make it for ladies.
Why would you skip a day, you dirty
it's
bitch?
so strong. At least I wear it.
Ew.
All right, sorry y'all. This is how we
Smell
love
you later.
each other. Smell you later.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
From
So funny.
Executive.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.